Well, they finally did it. The city of Venice has been talking for years about putting an entrance fee into place, and this year, 2024, it's actually started. So what does this all mean? Well, it's created a lot of confusion. It's not very clear on the details about how this thing is going to work. So today I'm going to clear everything up. I'm going to go into all the details. I'm even going to give you a step-by-step guide to go through the process. I'm Sal. This is Hidden Italy. Andiamo. All right, so how is this thing supposed to work? It costs €5 for the day if you're coming in and not spending the night. It starts in April 2024 and it runs through middle of July 2024. And it's not every day. It's only on certain weekends, some holidays, and other like high traffic times. So it only goes from 8:30 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So say you're coming just for a dinner or a concert or whatever, you're not going to have to pay that fee. Now, some people are worried about bottlenecks because of this, but there's no turnstiles or anything that you have to go through. The way it's going to work is they're going to do random spot checks and see if people have paid the tax or not. Now, you might hear this and be tempted to say, oh, well, I'll just take my chances. I'm just not going to pay. If you get stopped and checked and they find that you didn't pay, then the fine's going to be anywhere between €50 and €300. Now, I know this fee sounds annoying, but not everybody's going to have to pay it anyway. There are some exemptions. So let's get into that now. If you're spending the night, you don't have to pay this fee. There's been a tourist tax that's been added to accommodations for years in Venice and all over Italy. So when you're spending the night, you've already paid that fee. You won't have to pay an additional €5. The way it's going to work is you're going to get a QR code from your Airbnb host or the hotel, wherever you're staying, and that's what you're going to show if you get stopped. It's going to be linked to your accommodation. If for some reason you didn't get that QR code, they forgot, you didn't ask for it, you can actually go through this link that I'm going to leave in the description below, and you'll be able to go through the process to get a QR code that exempts you from the entrance fee. Kids under 14 are free. If you're a family, you're not going to spend a fortune coming just for the day. And you don't need to get a QR code for them at all. So you don't have to go through the process for every member of your family. You're only going to have to do it for the adults. Now, let's say you're coming for the day and you're not going to be in the historic downtown, the center of Venice, that you're just going to go to the lagoon. You're going to Murano for the glass. You're going to Burano for the colorful houses and the lace. Maybe you're going to Lido just to go to the beach. You don't have to pay, and you also don't have to get an exemption. You won't be checked outside of the historic center. That includes anything on land, Mestre, any of those areas. Now, as I said, the link to the site is down below, so you can go down there and click on it and go through the process anytime. But I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide. So if you stick around, you're going to see this process from start to finish. When you click on that link, this is the first page that you're going to see. The first thing to pay attention to on this page are the dates in the information section. Take a look at your itinerary and then try to match the dates of when you'll be in Venice to the dates listed on this information section. You might find that you're not affected by the entrance fee at all because the dates that you're traveling are not the dates when it's active. In that case, you can just ignore this and just move on. I'll just click down here on Go to Access Fee. That will bring up this calendar. I plan to be there on May 19th, so that's the date that I'll pick. That then brings us to the next page where you'll put the amount of visitors that are going to be there with you. If you have minors with you, you still have to put them on even though you won't pay. They're free, but they have to be accounted for. This next section is pretty straightforward. You just put your first and last name of all the visitors, and then we hit continue. Once again, we have a pretty straightforward section here. Make sure your email address is correct because this is where your QR code will go once you finish the payment section. On this next page, you just review all your information, accept the terms and conditions and the privacy policy. That brings us to the options for your payments. I've already gone ahead and made my payment, so that's all set, which then leads us to the QR code. At this point, you can download this page and put it on your phone, or you can print it out and have a hard copy, just in case, which is what I'm going to do. This code is what you're going to show the authorities in case you get stopped. All right, as you can see, it's not really all that complicated, but unfortunately it does add another layer of complexity to visiting Venice. And of all the cities in Italy, I think Venice requires the most preparation, the most patience, and the most planning. The more you know, the better your trip is going to be. So on that note, I really urge you to watch this video on the rules of Venice.